Live from clickorlando.com, this is News 6. This is a News 6 Plus takeover. Here now is Lisa Bell and Candace Campos with Florida Foodie.
Hello and welcome to Florida Foodie. I'm your host, Lisa Bell, joined today along with our producer, Thomas Mates.
Hello.
Today we are joined by a chef and business owner who has worked in the Orlando food scene for decades.
She worked in fine dining, but now she's running a counter service restaurant that's recognized by Michelin and known for its burgers and sandwiches. We are so happy to be joined by Chef Lexi Govlock from Swine Sons.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. It's great.
Excellent.
Thank you for joining us and bringing a feast today. This all looks fantastic.
Yeah, these are some of the highlights for sure.
I love it. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But first, let's talk about your background. I mentioned you have worked in Central Florida for quite some time.
I have.
Yes, some of the biggest names in the restaurant industry in Orlando.
Yeah. I feel like it's started a million years ago at this point. But yeah, this is really all I've ever done. So I got my first food job when I was like 16. So it really was a million years ago. Strangely, at the Einstein's Bagels, that's where my culinary career started. Einstein's Bagels, right by our current location, which is interesting, kind of fun to look across the street and have those memories every day. But I kind of worked my way through fine dining kitchens throughout the Orlando area, and then eventually went to culinary school in New York.
Yeah.
Came back when I finished and continued to kind of do fine dining until it was time to open the Ravenous Pig in 2007. They called me. They said, "Hey, do you want to come be the opening sous chef?" I said, "Sure, let's do it." And we did that project. And then in 2015, we had the opportunity to open this provision shop. So then we opened Swine Sons 2015. So
amazing.
Yeah.
What prompted you to actually go to culinary school?
Oh, gosh. Well, it was a certain chef that I worked for. So his name is Justin Plank. So shout out to Justin Plank. He's now running a Terralina restaurant. And he was the first person to really challenge me and kind of say, you're better than average. You need to, he kind of said, step it up. I mean, really and truly, he said, you can do this. And he pushed me, he wrote me my recommendation letter. And that was a big deal because I think he was one of the first people to really kind of say, you can really do this. You can make something out of this.
And I think I read somewhere too, your husband also went to culinary school.
He did, yeah.
At the time, were you guys married? And tell us a little bit about your history, because it made me laugh when I was reading about your background.
So we had worked together. We were seeing each other, not married at the time. We ended up moving up to New York together and then moving back down together. So it was kind of like a challenge. I worked for him at Dexter's in Thornton Park. So that's, again, dating myself. So a million years ago. He ended up having to dismiss me from my position due to some attendance issues.
Oh, yeah. He fired you.
He fired me. I was fired. So, so I kind of challenged him. I said, what are you going to do? Like, you're just going to stay here forever? Or going to do something with this? So the same way that Justin kind of pushed me, I pushed him. And then we ended up going together and then moving back together.
Yeah. So for people who aren't familiar with Swine Sons, how did it come about? And tell us about your specialty.
Yeah, so through Cask and Larder was where the vision for Swine Sons really took shape. And Reese and James from Ravenous kind of said, hey, let's create this provision shop where people can come in and they can get the pickles in a jar. They can get the special sauces. Let's have a butcher case, put our charcuterie in there. And we opened up in April of 2015. And the thought was to be this provisions place and have this meat counter and then do some sandwiches. And we were pre-making the sandwiches. So we'd say, okay, we're going to sell a dozen turkeys today. And we would pre-make them in the morning and wrap them up. And we were thinking like kind of this bodega style, like, grab and go. And that was the first day we were open. And about the third day we were open, we had to completely change the concept because people were like, what? Like, what do you mean I can't order a sandwich and have it be custom? I mean, people just our vision, people didn't get it. So we went, okay. So we overhauled the entire concept on about day 3. And so then we moved it into the local butcher and market, which was across the street. And that was a great move for the pandemic. The butcher was so busy during the pandemic. They were breaking sales records. It was doing fantastic. And so that was great because we had a stream of people coming in. And even when we had to close the dining room down, we had a healthy takeout business. And I really think that that's why we made it through the pandemic, truly. And then in October of last year, we had the opportunity to partner with Foxtail and move it yet again. So I always joke, like, we're just going to move a couple blocks towards downtown Orlando. Every couple of years, we just keep going a couple more blocks. But I think this is our forever home. So we're now in Foxtail's farmhouse at 1280 North Orange in Winter Park. So.
And how much has it changed from when you opened? Because obviously when you opened, you had the provision shop, you had a little bit more space. Then you were counter space.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been, like we're coming up on our 9th birthday, so it's like,
which that is remarkable, don't you think? For a restaurant.
Sometimes I just things will like pop up in my Facebook memories, and I'm like, oh my God, we've been doing this for a long time. So and we really have. And my kids have grown up in the restaurant, and it's been good. It's been a ride for sure, and it's been a learning curve. You know.
I mean, aside from the changes you had to make, like you said, just like moving the business around and things like that, when you bought it, what was the biggest, like, okay, this is how I'm going to put my stamp on it. This is my business.
Well,
now.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that happened when I bought it was I went, holy moly, I don't know how to run a business. So that was the first thing that had happened. I remember
you're a trained chef, which is very different.
Totally different. And I think that I really just thought, I was like, oh, well. Like, how hard could it be? Like, I can do this. And then it was like, oh my God.
Yes. Then you have employees
you cannot.
who don't show up, and it becomes a problem.
Well,
You have a little more sympathy for your husband after that.
I mean, so I think that was the biggest thing. It was like, the food piece is the fun part, and that's the part that I'm trained to do. The business piece was the piece that was the big learning curve. And really and truly, the interesting thing about it is it turns out that that's the piece that I love. But I think that this new partnership with Foxtail it's been really, really good. Yeah.
You don't have to fake it though when you start winning award after award, which is what you have also done.
Yeah, it's been wild. So this is the Michelin story. So so they started emailing and they're like, hey, the email started off really vague.
First of all, did it come to your inbox? Because we've heard from people saying it went to their junk mail and they didn't realize.
Oh no, yeah, my story's probably 10 times worse than that.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is a good one. So it came to my inbox, and it was like, they kind of started off vague. They're like, hey, we're bringing Michelin to Central Florida. Like, we're going to have this party. You should come to the party. And I was like, but why?
Yeah.
And it's and I couldn't figure it out. And the emails got, in succession, they got more and more kind of like pointed. And finally, they were like, you should really come to this party. And I still was like, okay, like maybe I'll go, And like at the 11th hour, I didn't go. And I actually forgot about it. And then all these people start texting me. Everyone's texting me. Oh my God, congratulations. This is incredible. Like this, whatever. And I'm like, what did we do? And then, so we won a Bib Gourmand.
Wow.
I was at home on the couch with my kids in my pajamas. So that's how that went down. And, I'm like, this is perfect. Like, leave it to me to I dissed Michelin. Cool. Like, that's perfect.
Did you suddenly have to explain to your kids why you were screaming?
It was really, really wild. So that happened. Never in 1 million years did I think.
For people who don't know, just our viewers, Bib Gourmand, it's high quality food at reasonable prices. And it comes from a French tire manufacturer.
Yes.
And that's
randomly.
the strangest sentence you can say.
It's up there, huh? So I didn't really know what a Bib Gourmand was when we won the first one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so grateful, but
hence you didn't go to the party.
I know. But now there is that pressure to maintain it. And now that I've said that, this is the only piece of wood, so I'm just gonna knock it. Now that I've said that, I feel like next year they're gonna say no.
Right. Still ahead on Florida Foodie.
The production company emailed and they said, hey, do you want to do this show? And I went, junk mail.
Swine Sons owner Lexi Goblock talks about her Food Network fame, landing a spot inside Guy Fieri's Flavortown Market. And we take a knife to the award-winning sandwich that put Winter Park on the foodie roadmap. It's so good.
This is my new favorite burger.
More Florida Foodie on the new 6 Plus Takeover after this. Florida Foodie is back with Winter Park's own Lexi Govlock of Swine Sons, the Michelin award-winning kitchen combining unique flavors and meats with a modest flair. But we found out it's not just the award bringing customers through the front door.
You know, truthfully, I think we get more people coming in and saying that they saw us on Guys Grocery Games than we get from the Bib.
So Guys Grocery Games, another competition that you won.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So this is another one. I need to up my email skills or something because so they emailed. The production company emailed and they said, hey, do you want to do this show? And I went, junk mail. And I immediately just filed it. And then a couple of days later, I was like, well, what if it wasn't? Let's just try, And it was the real deal. And so, we flew out to California and recorded the show. And it was pre-pandemic. And then the show aired. It was like a month before the world went cuckoo. It was great.
Do you know how they found you?
I don't, actually. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you brought some treats with you today.
did.
So tell this all, it smells good and it looks
Awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah. So these are a few of the heavy hitters. These are some menu highlights. So this is one of the most popular things on the menu. This is our chicken biscuit. So we make our own buttermilk biscuits in-house. They're really big and fluffy and nice. We make all of our own pickles. So this has our bread and butter pickles on it. So they're like our sweet sours and then our hot honey. So we also make our own hot sauce. It's a fermented Fresno pepper hot sauce. And then we use that hot sauce to make this hot honey.
I feel like after you eat that, you need to have a nap.
You probably have a nap.
Go right
I'll
back
tell you,
to bed,
honestly,
yeah.
I did eat one just recently, just last week. I had one. And it's so good. I mean, it's really.
No, do you just
It's
serve
really,
that
really good.
for breakfast?
No,
or is it available?
No, we
all
don't.
day?
And so
Okay.
actually, I actually like this. So this is like kind of like my dirty secret that we're going to keep right here at this table. And
No one.
I swear, no one will know, right? So I actually eat a pretty healthy diet. I actually don't eat a ton of meat, so don't tell anyone. But we also serve some healthier items. I've got a breakfast bowl on that has a brown rice base, scrambled egg, avocado. So if you're looking for something a little lighter, we do have those options as well. So this is our Simple Man Smash Burger. So we're kind of known for these smash burgers. It's something that we put on when we were at the butcher in that location. So this is 2 4-ounce smash patties. It is 2 layered patties in there, and what we do is we smash them on the grill so they get really, really thin. We don't take temperatures on this burger, but we cook them all the way through so they get kind of these crispy edges, and it's like nice
Do
and
you have
juicy
a
in the
specific
center.
place where you get your beef? And I imagine you're particular about that.
So we do not have a specific place, but rather we use Florida Cattle Ranchers beef. So it is kind of a co-op of farms throughout the state of Florida. So it's like I can't pinpoint, like our beef comes from Ocoee. It's not like quite that simple, but it is a co-op of ranches throughout the state of Florida. So it is Florida ground beef, which is good. And we get that from a local purveyor. And then again, in this situation, we're making our pickles. These are our other pickles, our garlic dills, which sort of they've got a great bite and like this unexpected kind of kick to them that is, I think, very unique. We put a very unique ingredient into the pickle brine.
Oh, this is like a challenge for us.
I can't disclose, but if you can identify it, I can
share?
like thumbs up or thumbs down.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
We'll do a
I have
pickle
a thought
taste.
of what it might be, but
Marinated tomatoes, lettuce. It's just sort of your standard burger. We make this is our secret sauce. So all of our buns for our sandwiches come from Old Hearth Bakery. So they're located in Castleberry, and they're a great partner. We've used them since our opening. We'll segue over to here because that same
you wanna
person is
skip straight to
also
dessert?
responsible for these. These are our oatmeal cream pies. So
Those
you've got
look amazing.
2 oatmeal cookies. Filled with our cream cheese frosting.
Wow.
So this is like one of the things that we put on the menu day one. It's never come off. We go through, we sell hundreds every week. So it's, we do a mini version for catering. It's really cute.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm a huge cream cheese frosting. Like I was looking at it, I was like, oh, it's probably like a marshmallow fluff kind of thing, and that's
great.
so much better than.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and so we go through a lot of these, and so now we're into this thing where for holidays we do like colorful sprinkles or like themed things.
Oh,
so
I love
watch
that.
for cute ones.
Yes. And
And
this
then-
looks very delicious.
So this is our healthy offering.
Ooh, nice.
So this is our Cobb salad.
Okay.
And it is a vegetarian Cobb. So it's we smoke our pecans. And so it kind of gives the smoked pecans kind of give the salad a bit of like a meaty flavor to it without actually adding meat. Now that said, if you decide that you want to add a smoked chicken breast, we do brine and smoke our own chicken breasts in house. You can add pulled pork to the sandwich. You can add a whole piece of fried chicken if you want. So there are options for everyone. But the dressing is our buttermilk vinaigrette. We also sometimes call this fancy ranch. So we do make it in house. It's got a lot of fresh herbs, citrus. It's really nice and bright. But yeah, it's essentially it's fancy ranch.
Yes.
It's, with your pulled pork, I mean, that's a process, right? Like, how long does that take?
Yeah, so the pulled pork is actually one of the shorter ones. It stays on the smoker overnight. So we're lucky we have an electric smoker in our kitchen, which is nice because we can kind of leave things on overnight. And another thing we do in our Winter Park location is we actually do a bar menu for the courtesy bar that's on site there. So we do that menu as well. So it's like really we're going from, we have someone who comes in at 6 o'clock in the morning every day and we go all the way through midnight a lot of times. So there isn't a lot of downtime. That little kitchen pumps out a lot of food.
Do you want to sample some of this?
I
okay,
think
and we
so.
got to do the pickle taste test. We do have some plates here.
Okay. Yeah.
First, let's do the pickle. Let's see if we can identify. Now, do you have multiple flavors of pickles, or is this
So we
your
do
go-to?
two different types of pickles. We do
Okay.
we do the B&Bs, which are the sweet sours. Those are the ones that are pretty yellow and they're on top of the chicken biscuit, and then we do this one.
That's really good.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with lemon.
No. No.
Is it a Szechuan peppercorn?
No.
Wow.
No. Okay.
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 Your secret is
Well, you'll have to
Yeah.
you'll have to invite me back on.
Okay.
Do another. Maybe
Till
we
we
can do a
guess.
whole pickle.
There's a kick there. I don't know, ginger.
Nailed it.
Is it ginger?
Oh, okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
can
take garlic
taste
and ginger and we chop it up.
I love
and
it.
it goes into the brine.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to try this now.
Yeah.
This looks really good too.
It does.
I want some of the sauce.
But I do
The
think
heat is great.
Yeah. I love that sweet hot together. It's so great.
And
That
you got some
biscuit
pickles on there.
It's so buttery.
Yeah. I ordered one the other day and I was like, I'll just take a few bites. Like I'm quality checking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a few bites. I ate the entire thing.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
You want to go for the burger or the cookie?
I think that
I'm
I
leaning
feel
towards
like you
the-
need to go.
the
You need
cookie.
you
Yeah.
need to do the cookie.
All right.
I feel like this is it's your destiny
Yeah.
today.
Oh my God. I don't. If you don't mind, I swear my hands are clean.
Go for it.
All right, and then I'm going to use this giant knife.
Oh my God, so sweet.
I am more of a savory person.
Okay.
So I am not going to cut off my finger.
Yep. Don't.
And I'm going to just take a little.
Do you have a license for that thing?
No, I don't. Look at this. Look, this is a serious knife.
Take that out on set
yeah.
later. See what they have
I'm
to
gonna
say.
try this.
I'll
I
look
got
at the
the-
camera I want.
This Florida sourced beef. I've got to go for it. I'm missing a little bit of bun, but that's okay. I'm just going to go for it.
Oh my God. That is so good.
This is my new favorite burger.
That's awesome. I did. So
Absolutely.
what we did. I was out front today and I was like grabbing coffee. I was just out front for a second, and behind me there was a couple of kids, older kids. I mean, like they look like college age maybe. And the one guy took a bite of his burger and said to the other guy, "Oh, this is so good."
This is like amazing.
It was really validating. I love those moments. You know, those are kind of the moments that I used to really love working in open kitchens because you could like see, you'd watch the food go to the table and then see the people.
Well, that is fantastic. We have a lot of burger wars and a lot of burger debates in the newsroom. This is hands down
All right.
my top choice. Thank you so much for joining us
Yeah,
today.
absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic.
All the way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't wait to go visit you in person.
Please,
Yes.
anytime. Let me know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you liked what you saw here, you can see more on New 6 Plus. The stories behind all your favorite Central Florida eats in one place for free. Thanks for watching, and join us next Wednesday for another episode of Florida Foodie.